Mother Earth can be a beautiful mistress, but it can also be a wrathful one. There is a reason as to why the end of the world is said to happen when natural disasters start ravaging the lands. This is why today we will be talking about the top 10 monster volcano eruptions caught on camera. Because what's scarier than a volcano erupting near your city? Now ready? Let's start off with our number 10 pick. Mexico, the Popocatépetl volcano. Starting off our list, we have the famous Mexican volcano, which is known to actually erupt every couple of years or so. Luckily, because we know this, everyone in the surrounding area has already vacated the site, so nobody was hurt. This event, however, dates back to 2013, and as you can see, it is quite fascinating how much destruction Mother Nature is actually capable of. The radius of the eruption is unknown, but from the video itself, we can tell that it most likely could have easily covered a city in a Pompeii-style blanket of ash and lava. So we should be happy that everyone managed to stay as far away from it as possible. While in most cases, an eruption of this size would be quite shocking to say the least, as mentioned previously, there are very few people that don't know about the eruptions, so we have not had any casualties around it in quite some time now. Number 9. Papua New Guinea, the Tavurvur volcano. This eruption dates back to 2014 when a young Australian couple decided that it would be a great idea to go alongside the South Pacific's banks to get a good look at the massive eruption that is said to have really decimated the place over the years. While for the past decade or so now, the eruptions have simmered down a bit. As you can clearly see from the video, the impact was still enough to almost throw them off board with just the shockwave of the eruption alone. Anyway, you can see that their expedition was a success, as they managed to get the footage they wanted and quite an unforgettable adventure too. Would you be scared to be this close to an active volcano erupting? Let us know in the comments section below. Number 8. Vanuatu, Ambrym volcanic island. We need to thank Jeff Merkley for actually taking this footage to a whole new level by literally getting within reach of the eruption. They were the first ever people to have ever gotten that close to the lava lake, which is no easy feat. Just imagine the uncomfortable heat that is emanating out there at this time. It's insane how hard it must be to breathe in here to begin with. Jeff is already known for being a very brave explorer and photographer, because he always throws himself in the hands of danger. This time it was no different, as he had to wait and pick the perfect time and conditions to get this video recorded. Essentially, him and his team had to come within less than 30 meters of the lava lake, and you can already guess how dangerous that was to do. Overall though, it made for one heck of a video. Number 7. Chile, the Villarrica volcano. The Villarrica volcano is around 9,400 feet tall, and because of its incredible size, you can already guess just how dangerous the explosions here get. This right here is one of the most dangerous sites in all of Chile, and it is known for literally ravaging everything in its path as it erupts around, melting even the toughest of rocks in a mere couple of seconds. Also, there haven't been any casualties here either, as it is believed that people have left the surrounding areas ever since the 16th century, when it is believed that the volcano actually destroyed the villages nearby, causing them to desert their belongings and look for a better life elsewhere. This eruption happened in 2015, and despite the fact that everyone thought themselves to be perfectly safe in the far-reaching village, it wasn't enough, so they had to vacate their homes again. Almost 3,500 people lost their houses that day. Number 6. Japan, Mount Ontake. Here we have a very sad story to tell, as a group of hikers were just minding their business descending down Mount Ontake when all of a sudden, they heard a massive explosion close to them. Before they could react, they were covered from head to toes in ash and dust. Although the great majority of them escaped unscathed, one of the hikers here did end up losing his life. The saddest part here is that the mountain hike is not even that tough to do, so the hikers involved here weren't even aware that they were putting themselves in this much danger to begin with. Around 30 or so people have been reportedly injured by the eruption, with close to 41 being trapped up there, unable to go back to their homes, waiting for someone to actually come and save them. Number 5. Indonesia, Mount Sinabung. Going back to the year 2010, we have the famous eruption of an 8,070-foot stratovolcano, which has continued to erupt to this very day. What's strange about this is that the volcano hadn't erupted once in the past 400 years, so everyone around thought that they were safe. But they really weren't. As a result, a mere month after the initial eruption, all of the villagers nearby had to leave their homes because the ash had gotten to them, and they could have passed away very easily if they weren't careful at all times. This has continued to this very day, with the villagers being forced to leave their homes at least once a year every year, to the point where it's become part of their life by now. Number 4. Indonesia, Mount Merapi. If you thought that the eruption of Mount Sinabung was bad, then just take a gander at Mount Merapi's own little show-off, as it literally became known as Indonesia's most active volcano because of how volatile it really is. Unlike most other volcanoes out there, this one erupts at least once every 5 to 10 years, and if that weren't scary enough, it also tends to spray the air with pyroclastic flow avalanches filled with molten rocks and poisonous gas. This video was taken in 2010, and as you can see, it's horrifying to even look at. Imagine being that close to such a natural disaster. The stress of not knowing when it'll happen would definitely give us nightmares. Number 3. The United States, Mount St. Helens. Although this footage is quite old by now, dating back to the 80s on March the 20th, it is still one of the most terrifying displays of natural disasters going rampage that we've ever had the displeasure of seeing from so up close. It all started as a 4.2 magnitude earthquake ravaged the lands, causing the eruption to be imminent. Before long, the eruption happened, and just like that, the worst volcanic eruption in the history of the United States took place, causing the largest debris avalanche to date, taking the lives of 57 people in total and leaving thousands upon thousands of them homeless, as they could only watch from afar as their whole lives were consumed by the ashes and debris. Number 2. Indonesia, the Anak Krakatoa volcano. This video dates back to 2018 as Indonesia yet again was forced to withstand the fury of Mother Nature. This time around though, there was no holding back as the eruption actually kickstarted a tsunami event, which took the lives of over 400 people in total. As the lava got to the water, however, it caused it all to rise up to the sky and then drop down as ice. This meant that for a whole week, continuously, ice fell from the sky, destroying even more property along the way. Number 1. Italy, Mount Stromboli. While it may not be the largest nor the most damaging volcano eruption of all time, the eruption of this volcano earned our number 1 spot simply because of how jaw-dropping it looks on camera. The eruptions have been pretty tame, with the only really dangerous eruption having happened in 1921. The one you can see here happened in 2019, and as you can already tell, it's a wonder to behold. So much power, so much destruction. It's downright mesmerizing, isn't it? Those were some crazy eruptions. If you had to choose between seeing a volcano eruption and a tsunami approaching from a safe distance, which one would you prefer? Let us know in the comments section below. Also be sure to click on the recommended videos on the left and right side of the screen for more awesome content from us. See ya!